Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a great day so far. So today we have some more payments going out to certain Social Security beneficiaries. These payments are going to be worth all the way up to $4,555. So we're going to be going over who's going to be receiving those payments as well as the rest of the payment schedule this month in August. Plus, we're going to be going over some quick news updates on the bill that was released this year in regards to Social Security, which would increase benefits across the board by 2%, and for some people, increase benefits by as much as $485 every single month. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Okay, so recently we celebrated the 88th anniversary of Social Security. So this program has been around for a long period of time, and it's been quite successful, and it's actually very popular among most Americans. So whether it's a Democrat, whether it's a Republican, or someone in the middle, independents, everyone seems to be on board with keeping this program around for a longer period of time. But unfortunately, of course, we've had these news updates of recent which, in 2033, if nothing is done to save the program, bring more money into the trust fund or make it so less money leaves the trust fund. Unfortunately, across the board, there is going to be a cut of anywhere between 20 to 25%, just because there is not going to be enough money in the Social Security Trust Fund to pay out 100% of the benefits. So they definitely need to make sure that they get something done. And that's why we have certain lawmakers like John Larson releasing these bills, which would save the trust fund program, make it solvent for the next 75 plus years, and then also at the same time, make it so people on Social Security are actually receiving more benefits, because we've seen over the past few years, inflation has just been going up rapidly, and the benefits that most people are receiving are just not enough to keep up with the daily standard of living, with rising prices everywhere we go, whether it's at the gas station, whether it's just paying rent, whether it's paying electric bills or anything else. Prices just continue to go up. So, of course, John Larson, once again advocated for Democrats and Republicans to pass this bill to increase benefits by as much as $485 across the board, and for other beneficiaries, at least a 2% increase. So he released a statement yesterday saying that for 88 years, Social Security has been a promise between generations, a promise that you can retire with dignity after a lifetime of hard work. I am proud to join with Americans locally and across the country in support of protecting and expanding this program for years to come. We are joining the Connecticut Alliance for Retired Americans and Social Security Works, who are a voice for seniors and all working Americans who pay into this program. I introduced the Social Security 2100 Act to protect the program American workers pay into with each and every paycheck for the next generation, provide an across-the-board benefit increase, repeal the WEP/GPO, and ensure benefits keep pace with seniors' costs. He continued, as we work to make enhancements to Social Security, my Republican colleagues have been putting out plan after plan to cut, privatize, and even end this program. They even held the economy hostage trying to extract cuts. We cannot and will not let them be successful. I implore Republicans to join us in, instead, enhancing Social Security so it can serve our nation for generations to come. Now, it's interesting he's calling out Republicans there. Of course, Republicans are not on board with his plan. No Republican has co-signed onto the bill. But, he could look a lot closer within his own party, such as maybe his, former House Speaker and Nancy Pelosi. So you remember, we had 2 years there when Biden came into office where Democrats held the majority in the House, Democrats held majority in the Senate, and then, of course, we had Joe Biden, a Democrat, in the White House. And the former House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, actually sent out a tweet recently, which was quite interesting as well. So she said that 88 years ago today, Democrats delivered Social Security, a promise that seniors may retire and live with dignity. Republicans opposed Social Security then and continue their threats now to raid it to fund high-end tax cuts. Democrats will always #protect Social Security. And once again, this is by Nancy Pelosi, the same Nancy Pelosi who is a House Speaker 2 years ago for 2 years before Republicans took control. And John Larson's bill was actually released back then as well. So they had 2 years to pass this bill. And I wonder who held the bill up. Could it have been Nancy Pelosi herself? Well, let's just take a quick look. So according to CNBC, California lawmakers call on Congress to pass bill to shore up Social Security. This article was back in September of 2022, just a few months before Democrats lost control of Congress. And it says that most California House Democrats have signed on as co-sponsors, with two exceptions: House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Representative Scott Peters. Neither of their offices responded to requests for comments. And then, according to the American Prospect, House leadership delays Social Security expansion while crafting tax breaks for rich retirees, and Nancy Pelosi's office is blocking Social Security expansion. So again, Nancy Pelosi is sending out this tweet saying that 88 years ago today, Democrats delivered Social Security, a promise that seniors may retire and live with dignity, and Republicans opposed Social Security then, and that we stand with Social Security. But yet, whenever she was House Speaker, she could have easily put this bill on the floor for a vote, passed it to the House, and sure, it may not have passed the Senate, but at least Democrats could have said, hey, we tried to pass it in the House. Every single Democrat voted for it, and Republicans voted against it. But guess what? Nancy Pelosi here on Twitter is saying that I stand with Social Security, Democrats do. But clearly, it doesn't look like, the House Speaker really wanted this bill to pass. Otherwise, she would have made it much more of a priority for this to pass, rather than passing bills like the Inflation Reduction Act, which really didn't do a whole lot for American families. Now, in some other news, of course, today, there are more payments going out today for certain Social Security beneficiaries. These are going to be worth all the way up to $4,555, with the average check being right around $1,827. So, according to The Sun, Social Security 2023 updates, average direct payments up to $4,555 goes out to millions this week. See exact date. So it says the next batch of Social Security payments is set for August 16th for those born between the 11th and 20th. Anyone born after the 21st can expect their checks on August 23rd. And due to this year's cost of living adjustment, the maximum benefit for recipients is set at $4,555, while the average check is $1,827. So we can see the payment schedule up on the screen there for August in the bottom center there. And once again, last week we had payments going out on the 9th. Today, once again, is the 16th. So anyone born between the 11th and 20th of any given month can expect to receive their payments today. And then next week on August 23rd, the final payments for this month will be going out. Those are going to be going to those born between the 21st and 31st of any given month. And then, of course, next month in September, SSI recipients are going to be receiving their payment on Friday, September 1st. And then, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, recipients of SSI are going to be receiving two payments next month in September, with the first one again coming on September 1st, and then the second one coming on Friday, September 29th. So that's all the news that we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.